wake turbulence can be a very, very terrible thing.
One pilot used some of his final words to blame an invisible threat in the sky for the crash that killed him. An early report from federal investigators labels that threat wake turbulence. Pilot Charles Schneider was at the controls of a plane that went down in mid-December. That veteran pilot was killed and his passenger injured in that crash near the Knoxville airport. Tonight, Vinay Simlot explains how wake turbulence can bring down a plane and how pilots try to avoid it.
The preliminary report for the crash says the pilot of a Cirrus SR-22, like the one you see here, followed a much larger jet, an Airbus A320, a normal passenger plane we all use to travel. When the plane crashed, the report says it hit the ground and burst into a fireball. It says the pilot, MyGo Flight CEO Charles Schneider, had third-degree burns. The next day, Charles Schneider died.
As a pilot, avoid wake turbulence. It's a dangerous, dangerous thing.
The NTSB says Schneider thought wake turbulence brought down the airplane. This NASA experiment shows what an airplane leaves in its wake when it flies through it. The air spirals.
So now you're basically going through it like a blender, and you just ride the wave and it flips you over.
Eric Dragonetti owns the Cavu Pilot in Knoxville. To avoid those effects, the FAA recommends 4 miles of separation between these two airplanes. But in this case, the NTSB report says they only had 1.8 miles between them. The flight instructor says even with fancy GPS systems, pilots don't know how far they are from other airplanes.
I mean, you can eyeball it, but that's tough.
Stan Sabello is a flight instructor with over 9,000 flight hours. He and Dragonetti say the pilot and air traffic control have to work together to maintain a safe distance.
But you, as the pilot in command of an airplane, have to make the ultimate decision.
Reporting from Knoxville, I'm Vinay Simlot.
We asked the FAA about its role in maintaining a safe separation between two airplanes. They referred us to the NTSB. At last check, that federal agency has yet to respond to our request.